I think one of the exciting things about being in a university that is a research university is that you can take courses with faculty who, who are actually doing the research in those fields. That it's not as though you have like the books here and the teachers there. It's like the books and the articles are being produced by the teachers, and the research and the teaching can come together in an interesting and hopefully productive way. My first book was a study of a particular set of interpretive texts. Early rabbinic literature is generally divided by genre into two types of law. And there are midrashic texts, texts that go through the legal parts of the Hebrew Bible, of the Torah, of the 5 books of Moses, and interpret those laws. So my first book was on one school of interpretation. And I'm currently finishing a long in the making monograph on the second school. This is a school that's associated with the figure of Rabbi Akiva, and the main interpretive text is a book called the Sifra, which is the early rabbinic commentary on Leviticus. The Sifra itself, the commentary on Leviticus itself, actually contains different strata that have a very tense relationship between them. And that tension can, I think, lead to very interesting insights about the formation of early rabbinic culture and the place of interpretation, the place of Bible interpretation in early rabbinic literature. The basic idea is that I can map out a shift from a rabbinic ideology that is not that committed to Scripture, not that committed to the Torah, not that committed to Midrash, to a later evolution or transformation where the biblical text becomes kind of the only source of legitimate authority, or at least I should say the default for rabbinic authority. And that's a very significant shift. That's a very significant change, one that I think hasn't been properly recognized. I think those things are kind of what get me out of bed in the morning. And of course, bringing that excitement into the classroom is the goal. Hopefully they can get some excitement about the way that culture works, what history can teach us, what the breadth of Jewish intellectual history is, of Jewish literary history. All of those things are an end unto themselves, certainly for anyone who's in this particular racket.